So does that mean like we're back on the internet then?
Oh, yes, we are.
Pushing us to be able to leave.
We got the tubes up and running again. Hi everybody. How are you all doing tonight? That's you guys in front of me.
Me? I'm doing all right. Little toasty.
A little toasty. Good. Stay warm. I can see the red on your face there. Hi everybody, and welcome to Bleed for Speed, a cyberpunk story. We are the casual ones. My name is Ray Fisher, and I will be your host and GM for this evening. And going clockwise around from me, we've got Aaron Roberts playing Crash. We've got wow, my brain just completely.
Which way was clockwise?
Regular clockwise.
I was like, wait, how does clockwise work? Yeah, Rowan Somerville as Blitz. We've got Malcolm Jardine as Okami, and the other Malcolm Brickley as Harpy. It's been a little while, so let me get you all caught up real quick here. The last time we played Cyberpunk, we kind of found out how prone to solving problems with violence all of you are. As you were all working on the Angler to get it ready for the qualifier that was coming up in the following week, you realized that you needed a new radiator. At about the same time, Okami realized that there was evidence of some tampering that suggests that maybe the crash was more than just an accident. Around the same time, Blitz heard a loud bang outside and went to go investigate, getting himself covered in glitter by a glitter bomb, or a glitter bang, if you will, that was thrown by some of 3D's gangoons, known as HD, Composite, and VGA. It very quickly broke out into violence as that resulted essentially in somebody peeing themselves, another person having a broken jaw, half a car being destroyed, and a rocket launcher being brandished in a threatening manner.
To be fair, we did think that they had something to do with our crash.
Don't not think that. So.
Can you brandish a rocket launcher in a friendly manner?
You know, we'll find out, I guess. We still have many more episodes to play, right?
I know why they did it.
You then actually, Okami sourced the radiator through Rex, the local fixer, and you knew that you could find one out at Big Mike's You Pick Search and Salvage out in the Badlands, brought to you by Arasaka, naturally. He said that he had a pristine one that had just come in on a Rayburn the previous day, and you had to work your way through the junkyard in order to find it, but if you could do so, it was yours. You all successfully navigated the labyrinthine piles of junk and detritus that were there, and you spotted a group of scabbers that were fighting over some sort of gun case at the back of the Rayburn vehicle. And in an extremely efficient display of shock and awe tactics, 4 men died in less than 6 seconds, including one being turned into a bloody facsimile of a Ninja Turtle with Harpy's logjammer, and Crash showing another what his version of hard rock means when he decapitated a guy with his guitar. On your way home with your
prize... It sounds cooler than he makes it, really. It was pretty cool.
On your way home with your prize radiator, you had a brief encounter with the bozos who ambushed you along the road. They tried to knock you guys off the road, but they were no match for Harpy's driving skills, and Harpy left them spun out in her dust as he headed back towards Night City. The last thing that we left you with was a warning from Shift, the administrator for the Blood Run, saying that due to some unforeseen police activity, the qualifier was not going to be next week, but tonight, this very night. That left you with 6 hours to get your radiator installed and to get to the race.
It's all right, the burnouts work well under pressure.
Famously, yeah.
Naturally. I figure you guys are probably just a bunch of procrastinators, and that's how procrastinators work, right? So, a little bit of burnout. So we come in to our first scene as the 4 of you have worked very, very quickly to get the radiator, the old radiator torn out, the new one installed with a custom-made part that Okami sort of cobbled together over the last couple hours. And each of you have had some time to attend to your own personal matters. Blitz, for example, you had time to sort of check over the weapons, get everything stocked and ready. All of you have all of your weapons fully loaded, fully kitted out, and ready to go. And you would also put in a call to Rex to see if he knew anything about the local, the sort of show of force that would be brought to bear tonight in the race. A message or a text that had come back to you just saying essentially, big guns, watch out. I see there's a little girl with a grenade launcher. And
I start writing out, is that code for something? And then I just backspace. I'm like, okay.
And Crash, you had put some messages out on your garden patch, essentially saying that you guys were looking for some help tonight, and that if anybody wanted to get in good with DigiDeath, that the best way to do that was to come attend the race. And the Anderson boys immediately came running downstairs, the two twins, and let you know that they were in. It didn't matter what it was.
Good old Andy boys.
So it's been a stressful few hours, but it's now about 12:15 on a sweltering hot evening in Night City. You have 45 minutes to get yourselves to the race down in Pacifica, the south end of Night City.
Okay, cool. Just loading everything into the angler as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Got some new assault rifles, some SMGs. I guess technically I don't have these tear gas anymore, so I guess I'll delete those. Goodbye, my old friends.
You only used one in the previous race, so if you had multiples, you still have at least one. I believe you had two.
I did hit the delete button. So.
They're gone. Never mind. There's no getting them back.
Yeah. I packed the loggerhead, which I don't anticipate using, but I don't have a ranged. Do I have a ranged weapon?
You don't have any ranged weapons?
I'm the driver.
She's usually pretty busy. Yeah.
You don't need two hands to drive, do you?
Most of the time.
Nah, it's 10 or 2, not 10 and 2.
I have a heavy pistol.
There you go.
How long does it take to make smart ammo, Okami? Blitz asks immediately after you've finished doing the thing.
PM?
So in your case, making smart ammo would probably take you about 3 to 5 days.
A little bit of time.
Like more than right now?
Everybody in the vehicle.
Let's make it on the way. Make it on the way.
Everybody
right? Okay, yeah, good.
I can have it ready for next week.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Okami's pulling bullets out of the clip, writing smart on them.
he is carving SMRT.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And I hesitantly try and start Angie and see if she sounds.
Sure. So make a drive check. I'm kidding. No, you turn the key, and there's that tentative like ring, 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 but it turns over real quick, and the engine's purring. She sounds like she is just waiting to put her 300 pounds of horsepower onto the asphalt and just drive down anything in her way.
It's not exploding?
Explode.
Yeah.
Why would it explode?
All right, I get in.
Okami knows what he's doing, and I helped.
But do you want it to explode?
I can make it explode.
No. You just never know, you know. Random parts from a junkyard.
I checked it. It didn't look like it had explosives like apparently Gar had on last time.
Yeah.
We should double check when we get there, though, like when we're set up.
Make sure.
How about we get there first? And
get
I
there.
shift
Yep.
in the first gear.
Okay. Yeah, and as you pull out of the garage, the Anderson boys are just standing outside the garage, like waving at you, and you can actually see that a couple other people in the building are waving from their balconies, and Royal is standing out front on a smoke break and just kind of gives you all a nod as you head off.
I blast the horn, and the horn is just Digijeth's biggest hit.
Nice. The whole song.
It's like 4-minute horn.
Yeah, so as you pull out of the garage and down the laneway and begin to approach the road outside of the 410, immediately, just like as you're about to make your left out of the yard, 2 vehicles race by immediately, like full speed. Actually, make a perception check, anybody who would like.
Hey, I'm driving here.
Driving here. Where are we at? Perception? Is this human perception or regular?
No,
perception?
this would be regular perception. Will be lower down. I know that the skills are grouped differently on my phone app towards compared to your
17.
web app. 17.
17 as well.
15.
Roll Okami.
Oh, not getting.
Oh. Hey, you're real quiet.
Yeah, like
sorry.
underwater. There we go.
There we go.
13.
13. Okay. Yeah. Okami's busy in the back writing SMRT on the bullets. But the rest of you catch pretty quick that these 2 vehicles are kitted out with both iron sights and Red Legion insignia on them. So the iron sights are blasting down the road, trying to get away. 2 guys firing out back with SMGs and pistols, as the other car is from the Red Chrome Legion is chasing after them, firing forward in a similar fashion.
Do you care about this?
It's fun. Watching.
Is it the same direction we're going in?
It is, yes.
I
hunker
count to
down
6.
in the
I
sea.
count to 6, and then I make a left.
And
Good call. Good call. Good call.
yeah, and you see those 2 vehicles sort of take off into the distance, and as you begin to pick up speed down the avenue, you don't even have to roll a perception check for this. You do see a single headlight in your rear view mirror that approaches you very, very quickly, and you see that it is another sort of compact car version of a Red Chrome Legion. It's almost like a hatchback with one headlight out, and they begin firing on you. I'm going to have you roll initiative Harpy only, please. Actually, no, sorry, all of you.
Son of a bitch.
I think they're shooting at us.
Why?
I don't know. Initiative. There it is.
That was a bad idea. I don't like being shot at. 18.
All right,
Can
18.
be that low?
17.
Uh-oh, did you...
I forgot how the dice worked. It was like a 9 is not possible, but yes, it is. I just have
you
a
rolled
plus 7.
1.
Yeah, well, plus 2. Or a 2 on the die.
Okay.
At least you
so
didn't
got a
roll
9.
a fail.
And
Yeah.
Blitz.
17.
17. Okay. 17. And those guys. Okay. So,
How do we break ties?
it would be, if there is a tie, it is usually through your speed, or sorry, your reflex rather.
Because Blitz and I both have 17.
Okay. Yeah. And who has the highest
Has
ref?
8 reflex. I know that.
So I think
Reflex? I have 8.
you both have 8. Then it is up to the 2 of you to cooperate, and essentially your initiative is interchangeable. Also, you have an 8 reflex as well.
Yeah.
Remember that you can dodge bullets.
I know, I'm Neo.
So, Harpy, you have the initiative as you see this vehicle approach you and begin firing on you.
Sorry, boys. We can't deal with the fight right now. I'm just going to try and shift this thing into full gear blasts. ahead.
Sure, yeah. Make a drive land
GNR.
vehicle check for me, please.
I don't want to show up with... with already damaged vehicle. I also lost my health and armor for this vehicle, so I will have to double check with you.
You have a total of 75 HP with 13
armor.
SDP, or sorry, 13 armor rather.
Yeah. Thank you. And land vehicle. Sorry. This wasn't working for a second. 23.
23. Okay. You step on the gas and sort of drift around the corner, fishtailing and picking up speed the whole time, and you just leaving these guys in your dust trail. As you take off and leave them, it kind of occurs to you that it may have been just a case of mistaken identity, as they seem to be playing catch up.
Yeah, well, they're lucky that we're in a rush, or I would have ran them over.
Now, who are they? Does anyone know these? What are they?
Yeah, you can make a perception check, Crash.
Try. 16?
16, yeah. You catch, like, from the glare of the headlight, it's a little bit difficult, but you can kind of make out on the front hood that it was the Red Chrome Legion's like red baleful eye. Just seems like
we don't have like beef with them.
No, not personally. Yeah, you do know that they are a very violent anti-cyberware gang that tend to sort of pick on anybody that has what they consider to be unpure cyberware.
Okay, I think they're coming for you, Blitz.
Is unpure cyberware just having cyberware?
That is correct, yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
No, it's Mr. Stout specifically.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
All night, they'll never know.
All night long.
Oh no.
Okay, that's enough of that. So you manage to speed off, losing them in your tail, and you spend the next half hour making your way through the southern combat zone, all the way down into Santo Domingo, and down finally into Pacifica.
How does the radiator sound?
Basically like a very happy kitten.
Oh. Okay. That's probably not going to work out for us in the long run, but that sounds all right.
I love the confidence.
If you want to investigate further, you could make a basic tech roll or a land vehicle tech roll, up to you.
Better is that. 17.
You hit the gas pretty hard, and definitely performed what would be considered a racing maneuver, and you didn't feel any stress on the vehicle at all. It seemed to be performing to spec.
Got it.
All right.
So before too long, you make your way to the coordinates that were provided in the garden patch notification that you received earlier in the evening. You make your way to what was the old parking lot of the Zarafa Robotics parking lot. Essentially, the building had been quite legitimately picked up and moved during their expansion. And pushed about 200 yards away, and this is a abandoned parking structure, or parking lot rather, that doesn't even get patrolled anymore by the Zarafa guards, just essentially abandoned. But as you pull up, you see a large number of combis, trucks, tractors, and trailers, and a whole bunch of racers in various configurations. It's very clear that you guys are in the right spot and that the nomads are here in force, but as opposed to the normal sort of atmosphere that a race would have, this is all very hush-hush. Nobody has their lights on. There's no music. There's not even that sort of like party atmosphere. In fact, compared to last year when you met up in this very spot for the previous qualifier, there were hundreds of people here out to watch, but it seems like that notification had caught everybody off guard, and this is now a very sort of quiet, stealthy event. Yeah, you see 9 other cars that are very clearly your competitors, as well as about a dozen of those tractors and trailers.
Is there anybody that we recognize?
Yeah, where are those bozos at?
It's true. If I see clown, I shoot clown.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check, all of you, please.
It can't be human because they're clowns.
Yes.
Agreed.
I think I looked into the future. That's a 30.
Oh, fuck. I looked into the past. I got a 1.
Okay. Well, with those two
daydreaming about that.
the opposite ends of those spectrums there. Yeah, Crash, you're just like, man, how come there's no party? Lame.
What all my parties done?
So, Okami, seeing both into the future and the past simultaneously, you actually notice that the bozos aren't here right now. But let's go over quickly sort of what you see as you look around. So you can see a very high-end looking Rayburn, very similar to the vehicle that you had seen earlier in the day. And it has a Zarafa logo on it, which is the sort of their giraffe or Graph 3, their GRAF 3 sort of eyes. It kind of looks like almost like Johnny Number 5 from Short Circuit on the side, and it just says haul anything, win everything. Very clearly some sort of corpo that fancies himself a racer. You see the 6th Street gang that you had deposed last year with a well-placed shot. Brian Serge Posada and his partner Downpour are sitting in their sort of Humvee vehicle. You see, actually, Harpy, you immediately recognize a Steel Vaqueros Mustang that is kitted out, as well as a raucous, rambunctious little girl in it that has a very, is wearing a 10-gallon hat and carrying around a grenade launcher.
Okay.
You also see a Maelstrom.
This is a kid.
Yeah, she's like maybe 14 tops.
Okay, that's the problem.
It's Tiny Tina with a grenade launcher.
Hey, she decided to join the race. She gets run over like the rest of them.
As long as Harpy is doing it, Jesus Christ.
There is a Maelstrom heavily armored SUV, and Okami, again, because you've essentially have your eye on 400 times magnification. You can see everything in here. There is a heavily chromed out woman sitting in the front seat with her passenger sitting on his hind haunches, apparently panting in the vehicle.
A dog?
He's human.
I don't like that.
Yeah, as far as you can tell.
Which car is that?
That would be the Maelstrom. Both of them have the very typical Maelstrom tri-cyber eye. There is
point that one out to Harpy. Don't like that one. Let's get rid of them.
I
there is
just,
a
let the ball loose a little bit. Like you let me know which one to crush and.
There is a motorbike with a sidecar, painted very brightly red, and 2 young men that are very clearly Tiger Claws, painted head to toe in neon samurai armor, carrying samurai swords on their back with a big Yojimbo flag on it. And the one other thing is a white car, very similar in make and model to the Zarafa Corpo, but the windows are so heavily tinted, Okami, that you can't see into it. And again, notably, the bozos are absent.
Would the clowns be expected to participate?
Absolutely, yes. Make a concentration check for me, please.
Me?
Maybe someone killed them on the way over. That'd be pretty sweet.
Didn't we tangle with them? We tangled with them like that 5 hours ago.
Double crit, 28.
20. Okami is in the zone tonight. All that time spending writing smart on the bullets just got him in the zone.
Brain getting
so
bigger every time he
All
rolls.
the
just
A's he left
mega
for
mind.
himself.
So you think back to that altercation earlier, and when they spun out, you kind of like glanced in the rearview mirror, and you definitely noticed that there was something that had punched through the front grate or grill of their ice cream vehicle. There's a very good chance that either an axle broke or a piston from the engine just punched its way through the grid.
Well, we might not see the clowns. It might have been not an easy fix.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
You always want to kill the clowns, but you always want to know where they are. So the fact that they're not here makes me nervous.
Yeah, I don't like not seeing them.
If they do end up managing to like piecemeal a fix, aim for the engine.
Assuming they don't have a different
engine, yeah, or directly at the clowns.
Yeah.
Either one. I'm happy either way.
When a problem
Are they our
comes along,
suspect? Are they our prime suspect for messing with the wheel well?
Yeah.
No.
Right? Because we thought it was maybe the 3D's crew, but they
3D's crew is the vehicle that soldered to our vehicle, and then we both flipped over, and then the Bozos won.
But didn't we just
clowns won?
Yeah, I think if I remember right.
Listen, the clowns did win, but they aren't the one who sacrificed their vehicle to make sure we didn't win.
But didn't we just saw them, and they seem to have nothing to do with it. At least that's how.
I mean, it's either the Bozos or 3D, or maybe it was a collusion between the two. We don't know. I think the Bozos won. I think the Bozos won just as a happenstance after we were sabotaged because we were going to. I think 3D's team was meant to make sure that we never won that race.
And as you're discussing this, you do see 3D's vehicle roll up as well.
Fuck you.
And he pulls up probably about 25 feet away in his sort of like white muscle car with red pinstripes. You can see his blue like tech hair mohawk is all lit up inside, and he's got his partner Kaipo sitting in the passenger seat, and he looks over at you and pulls up and just turns on his high beams for about 5 seconds.
Rude.
And then turns them off.
I open the door, grab my loggerhead, and start making my way towards the vehicle unless someone stops me.
Okay. I'm just going to refresh your guys. Bear with me 1 sec.
Yeah. Those guys screwed us as far as I'm concerned. So unless someone is stopping me, I'm going to destroy their vehicle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't, Harpy. I'm pretty sure we just talked to them, and they said they have no idea what we're talking about.
Yes.
Were we not all on the same page about this, or was it a different gang of people?
Maybe Harpy just has it wrong, but that's what she thinks.
Okami brought up the rocket launcher, and they peed themselves, and
but that was just goons. We don't know. 3D wasn't there to confirm because he's the leader of this gang, and I don't trust the fact that he didn't have something to do with this. Doesn't mean the Goonies didn't know about it.
Are you good now, Ray?
Am I good now? I hope so.
I hop out of the back seat of the car and stop Harpy from like walking at him.
I just say nothing.
We'll just like blow up the car during the race. It's fine.
Promise?
Promise.
Okay. Make sure you write one of those names. One of those rockets has their name on it.
Okay. You go get out a Sharpie.
Glare at them viciously.
Nice.
As I'm walking backwards, because unless someone drags me back physically, I'm not going back.
We need you in the vehicle, or it won't go.
Fine.
Yeah. And as that happens, as you're sort of like reluctantly getting back into the vehicle, all of you have, and you can see that this is everybody. Everybody seems to receive a call on their agents and through their vehicles simultaneously. And it's a deep voiced woman. And at the same time, you can see this tall, slender, dark-skinned woman sort of approach from one of the combis, and you can hear her voice ringing out through the crowd. She goes, "Good evening, everyone. My name is Shift. You might remember that last year the race was run by Clutch. He's my pa. He's done retired since then. I'm the one that's going to be handling things. First of all, I want to apologize for making you all come here so early, but I'm glad to see that each of you are ready and willing to race tonight. We, as I mentioned, we did have some hint of Night City police interference, or at least that they were aware of when and where the race was going to happen. So we're going to throw them for a little bit of a loop. Yeah, we're going to race tonight." And as she's about to continue, a vehicle rolls up, and it is a old school, like 1960s looking Volkswagen Beetle.
Ruby.
It's like
is it
an OG Beetle?
It looks like it is a Chew up convert of a original 1960s VW. So this is like an 85-year-old car, but it's got
the
some
original Lindsay Lohan on it.
It's got some big tires on it. It's got a Chew conversion engine on the back, and the engine sounds pretty mean. But you don't even have to make a perception roll for this. You can see that jammed into this vehicle are about 6 clowns.
Oh, god damn it.
Son of a bitch. How are they all fitting in there?
It's
It's
disgusting.
a clown card. Like,
And
Another
Shift kind of
dimension inside of that vehicle.
stops, and she just looks. Goes, "All of you need to get your money in right now for the prize.
Who's got
Let's
the
do
money?
that. That'll be 500 ahead, and you guys can go ahead and do that. What I will say is that works out to roughly $14,000 up for grab. Hold on.
What? You said 1,000.
It's about $1,000 a car, plus there's another 2 of you guys, so that's 11,000. And then there's 13,000. I'm sorry, is the total up for grabs, and that'll be divided. So Shift goes, "Okay, I'm going to go over the rules very, very quickly here. There's 10 of you. Only 8 will move on. It's pretty simple. Don't be in the bottom 2 spots. Weapons hot the moment you leave the start line. That's fine with me. Don't die, I guess. And finally, if you do happen to end up being out of the race, in case the next person ahead of you that does manage to make it onto the next round, for some reason can't compete, and you can hear the implied air quotes there, the next runner-up will be able to continue on. The game is on this whole time. It doesn't just stick to the racetracks. Lastly, when it comes to the prize money, the house takes its 50% cut. The remaining 50% will be divided up 70, 20, and 10 for first, second, and third. Yes, you get to continue competing if you're in the top 8. But you only get that money if you're in the top 3.
Rowan will be first, so don't worry about that.
Any questions?
I
Just
actually do have a question
in
for
for
the
the
GM.
car, I was just wondering, does anyone have any glue or chains that we can really get that clown car just completely sealed forever?
I'm hoping to just crush it with my
That'll work.
Morning Star and hopefully flatten it into a different dimension or whatever dimensions inside it's letting 14 people be in that small vehicle.
Perfect. All right.
Question for the GM.
Yes.
We're each giving you 500 eddies each. Is that what you just said?
That is correct, yes. Now, I know that there was some creds that were found last session. You guys might have to work to divvy those up, but collectively you should all have enough to make sure that you are good to go.
Yeah.
I currently have 0, so I don't know how much we're earned, but that has to be part of
I have
the
0.
entirety of my 500.
Maybe I had all of our money.
I have 900 eddies.
Okay.
I mean, I just subtracted 500.
Yeah, I have 750 left, and I've paid for 2 of us now.
Okay.
Make it 3.
Oh, I can do all 3. All right.
Hold on. I'll chip in 200 eddies for that, so you don't have to do the whole thing.
Oh, now I gotta do math.
You mean
All right.
minus 300?
Yeah,
Minus 300. Okay.
God, it really feels like we're broke as hell.
Well, now I'm down to 450 from 1750 or something. So I think I can correct it.
It sounds like you took all the money.
I think so. From whatever we found, there was a card that we found in that car in the junkyard.
Yeah,
Right.
it had quite a bit of eddies on it.
Yeah,
We
you
just
got
never
to
divvied it
crunch
up,
up with
but
the
I
800
didn't.
eddies on it.
Okay, we are paid for.
Okay, and you
What?
can see
Start
shifts.
saving eddies. Hear me?
Yeah,
You gotta spend them to make them, man.
Nope. You gotta have them to spend them.
It is true.
But trust me, it'll be worth it. Watch. Like, I
well,
got this.
so the math works out that if you win first place, and like you can see that Shift is her eyes kind of gleam with a digital light. She goes, "Okay, all funds are confirmed. Prize is as follows: first place will walk away tonight with a prize of 5,250 euro bucks. Second place 1,500. Third place 750. The rest of you go home sad."
Hey,
Let's win 5,000.
All right.
eddies.
yeah, that's not. It was 5250.
5,250.
All right, like 1,300 each. Not too bad. All right.
We are
round do you think she
short
uses?
on time and stealth here, folks. So without any further ado, I need you all to go ahead and line up, please. And y'all take your positions. And in this parking lot, it is wide enough that everybody is actually starting from the same starting line. Not staggered in this case for the qualifier.
Just for context, who are we in between?
Who are you in between? You are coincidentally in between the Bozos and 6th Street.
Can I like hang out and see if anyone has responded to my message to help us out on the track? Any of my fans?
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, like the Anderson twins have like upvoted it a whole bunch and shared it on their patches and whatnot. And there are a couple people that are like mentioned like, "Oh no, I'm busy, sorry." A couple people are like, "Yeah, okay, I'll try to be there if I can." You know, a bunch of non-committal things, but there are several people that have indicated that they are going to try and make the race. Now, luckily, the qualifier is known to run in this general area. So most people that are going to try and help you will probably find a way to be along the track in some capacity. So she explains that this is out from the Haywood Industrial Park near Zarafa, where you are, down through the Pacifica Playground. Will bring you back down through into Pacifica proper, through Rancho Coronado, and back up to here. So just a simple loop, roughly a 8-kilometer race overall. Yes. And if everybody's ready, we're gonna go ahead and have you all start your engines. Let's get that a little bit slower there, a little quieter. Let's have you guys go ahead and all roll initiative for me, please.
Oh, you betcha. Here, that's here.
Nice and moderate.
Ooh, double 10s.
Double 10 on
27.
initiative. Okay.
Oh, I also got a 27. I got a 10 and an 8.
Okay, so what is your total, Harpy, sorry?
27.
27 as well, sorry. Okay, yep. And between the two of you, who has the highest ref?
My reflex is 6.
Crash?
What Wait, someone else got a 27?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've got a.
I have a 7 reflex.
Okay. And Harpy's was a 6, I'm sorry, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Crash will go first in the case of not doing the layer action. And Blitz, what was your initiative?
17.
17, okay, and Okami?
14.
14, okay. And in terms of cars, okay. 14, thank you. Just want to get my initiative. There's a theme tonight, guys. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. So with a initiative like that, Harpy, you are ready as soon as you see the drone that comes and hovers over the starting line, and it sort of peters back and forth, and the flashing lights beep down, red, green, and you are gone. Easily and very quickly gaining advantage over the rest. The pack kind of begins to sort of coalesce very quickly, and right from the get-go, it's you guys and the Angler up in front, the unknown white car very close behind, the bozos in their Beetle not too far behind that, and 3D closing in on 4th position. So as you blast out of the lot, immediately there is a sharp left turn out onto the street, clearly meant to divide everybody to try and break up the pack. So if you can please, Harpy, go ahead and make a DV19 check for me.
You got about... Yeah, I got a 19. I rolled a 2.
Ooh, okay.
It's a 19 total, though.
It is a 19 total, okay. All right, so as you come up to that corner, you had just gained a little bit too much speed all at once. You do make the corner quite well, but that white car seemed to have the perfect advantage and just sort of drifts through the corner and comes ahead of you. However, the bozos, probably just due to weight restrictions in the car, they can't seem to make the turn, and they crash in behind and sort of bump into the concrete barrier. And 3D sort of takes that moment to pull ahead. So right now it is the white car, you guys, and 3D in behind, with the bozos currently trying to keep up. Tiger Claws bringing up the 5th, and Maelstrom in 6th. This now heads out into a straightaway, and you've got the bay on your right side, and you can see the lights of Night City reflecting off of the bay, and sort of the sweltering heat of the night. Everything seems to be shimmering. So during this period, we've got the straightaway for a couple rounds. This is where you can all begin to act. And Harpy, you have initiative order.
I sort of look back to them. I'm like, I got the vehicle at the front, make sure everyone stays off our back, and I am just essentially going to take the Angler's Morning Star and try and smash it into the back of this vehicle.
Sure. So if you're going to try and catch up with it, let's have you make we're going to make an opposed driving land vehicle check first, as you try to match speed.
26.
26. You pull up in behind, and just as you're drafting, you see the vehicle swerves to the side, taps the brakes, and then guns it ahead, and actually manages to evade you.
Bitch.
Seems that they were watching as you tried to go through.
I think I'm in love.
Okay. That's that. So next up will be not Harpy, Crash.
Oh yeah, I get to go again.
Are the bozos within shooting range?
They are, yeah. So they would be
How far away?
at this range due to the fact that they sort of lost some speed. They're actually sitting at probably about 30 yards back right now. They are quite distant from you.
Oof, that's impossible.
How close is the vehicle ahead of us?
Yeah, what's the
with
closest target?
The vehicle that you tried to catch up with is less than 15 yards away. Very close.
I take it back. Hit the ones at the front.
Yeah. Okay, all right. What would be? I have an assault rifle, but I think my chance to hit that is pretty not good.
Do you have a shoulder arms skill?
Not much of it. Let's
Okay.
check. How much?
So
do I have?
at this range with the
3?
assault rifle, you would have to hit a 16. I
Yeah,
will remind you that you have luck.
true. At this range, it would only be a 13 potentially for an SMG. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
Yeah, SMG it is. All right, let's do that. I will 16.
16.
For the
That
hit.
is enough to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. The damage on the SMG would be 2d6.
Does anything special happen for 2 1s?
You basically ba-doom, off the bumper.
You know what? Something special does happen, Aaron.
Yeah.
Just for you. In chat.
In chat.
Oh yeah, we'll drop some ones and shit. Oh man. Big sad.
At least you hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
The SMG is rate of fire 1, so yeah, that was your action. You do have move available, but I wouldn't suggest using it because you fall out of the vehicle.
Yeah.
It's me trying to be funny. I'm sorry.
Well, I could consider getting up on the roof. That's always been a good time, but for now I won't.
It has in the past, yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'll wait on that. Yeah.
That would be Blitz up next.
All right. I would like to try to. I haven't done this yet. Auto fire on that car that Crash just attacked. I do have that's like 2 skill in auto fire. I don't know if that helps me at anything, or if that should automatically be calculated.
Yeah. So
in this, but...
auto fire, basically, when you're using auto fire, it's a different mode of fire for the SMG.
Right.
So whereas you would make your normal attack with like 1 bullet on the regular chart, here what'll happen is you'll spend 10 bullets, you roll on the auto fire range chart,
Okay.
and then whatever you succeed by, so say you beat, you're firing at 7 to 12 yards, your target is a 20.
Right.
If you get a 22, for example, you will take the amount that you succeeded by, in this case 2, and multiply your damage by that amount. So you would roll your damage, 5d6, and multiply it by 2.
I see.
Yeah. So
Alright.
it is a way to do a lot of damage, but the auto fire chart is more difficult.
Right. And you said it is 7 to 12. It's not 13 to 25. By any chance?
At this point, oh sorry, I did say 13 to 25 initially, so yes, that would be correct.
All right. I mean, odds are I won't do this anyways, but positivity.
Do it.
Let's try and do that. Auto fire. Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's saying actions. There we go. Actions. Auto fire. Okay. So one of those rolls was a 1, which gives me an exclamation mark.
Yep.
So
what is your total?
total is 2. So
Okay.
like +8, even with reflexes, auto fire, and precision attack. I've got like a 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have to be mean on this one.
Yeah, I didn't, and I didn't put any info or anything in that thing that saves me against 1s.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
Oh, the
So
luck,
as you're
right.
leaning out of the vehicle to fire ahead on this white car, just at that moment there's a pothole in the broken road, and you lose your grip on your gun. You can make an athletics check to try and catch it.
Oh my god. This is what you're
by the
Not
way-
going to be easy.
Yep. This is the one I just put a smart thing on, so let's hope I can get it.
Put some luck into this roll.
Actually, ooh, yeah, can I do that?
Yep, absolutely. Any roll you can put luck into.
Let's put 2 luck into that.
Luck. Okay.
Athletics. That would be 21.
With the
21?
reflexes of a tightly coiled cat, you immediately snatch it back, like wiping a bead of sweat off your brow.
Immediately, like
to catch
500 eddies.
It's money. It's just money in the air, is what it is.
But that is your action, Blitz.
Oh boy.
Good
Okay.
action.
As you guys are continuing on in, your little worried, you do hear some fire ring out from way in the back, from behind you, as Slappy, the very, very large clown, leans out of the side, and at this range actually manages to hit your car with his SMG.
Clowns, man.
Okay.
Nice.
Doing a total of that is going to be 17, 18 damage, which you have armor, so
Yes.
reduces it by 13. Means your vehicle takes 5 damage, and your armor is
Armor
reduced by
goes
1
to-
point. Goes to 12.
So 13 damage? Or 5
know, so-
damage?
Yeah, take a total of 5 damage. Yeah. For the record, he rolled 2 6s on damage as well.
So the
So, and
antithesis of a crash.
yeah.
Oh, I mean,
And then Okami, it's over to you.
Just so I know.
Yeah.
How far away are we from the clown car and the white car?
So the white car is roughly 15 yards ahead of you. The clown car is actually 50 plus, like over 50 yards behind you. It was a Hail Mary of a shot from them.
Okay. The car's like the angler's still got that like roof hatch, right?
Yep.
Because you asked, Crash, and I will aim the rocket launcher at the clowns.
Oh my god.
Losing. I love how we're so focused on the clowns. It's the perfect burnout thought process.
I will burn 4 luck for it.
All right.
I don't
Go
like-
ahead. So at this range, your target number is 20.
Yes.
you can do it. If you don't, well,
I said it burned 4 luck. That is a 20.
Very nice. Okay. Yes, you managed to hit the front end of the vehicle, right on, sort of like basically right in front of the vehicle, and it sort of drives over the explosive. Go ahead and roll that 8d6 for me, please.
amazing.
I only got 1 6.
Oh,
28.
28. Okay. You notice as you see the spiraling contour of the rocket head off, it explodes in front, and you see the beetle just kind of boom through the smoke, but the hood is gone, the tires are shredded, it's still going, but it's in terrible disrepair.
I will say the rocket's armor piercing, so the armor ablates by 2.
Good to know. If they, yep, okay. And to capitalize on that, as 3D's white, like Mustang style car comes driving up, trying to close the distance, trying to maintain third place, you see Kai, his shooter, lean out of his seat and fire on the bozos as well, definitely hitting them with his assault rifle, and doing another quite a bit of damage as it sort of like shreds the door off that Slappy was leaning out of. You actually see it fall to the ground, and Slappy very nearly fall out of the passenger side, but one of the other clowns inside reaches and grabs him and pulls him back up. But that car is in some serious trouble. We have a quick
question. Sorry. Yeah. How does reloading work? Is it just like a full action?
It is a full action, yes.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, with a rocket launcher, yeah, full action. So one fire, reload. We have another round as you are closing up. The holographic image that is overlaid into sort of your vehicle's HUD is showing that you're going to be approaching the highway on-ramp very soon. But we have another round, leading with the vehicle in front of you, Harpy. It just continues blasting forward at full speed, and you're beginning to lose a little bit of ground. What would you like to do?
I'm going to catch his vehicle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll have that as a opposed driver's check as you try to close the distance.
You do. Okay. That is a crit.
Yes.
For a 32.
32. Okay. As you're approaching the distance, you've matched speed and you're neck and neck with this vehicle, and you can hear its engine just revving at top revolutions to try and keep pace. And the two of you are doing that thing where you're matching and falling, matching and falling. Behind you, the bozos are attempting to ram into 3D, and they manage to do so, but only manage to sideswipe him a little bit and manages to keep control, but does take a little bit of damage, and you see the rear bumper of the vehicle flake off in the process. We'll now move over to regular actions, which means that Crash is up.
So how close to the bozos now?
How close? So at this point,
further away at this point because I'm closer to the other vehicle.
Yeah. So the vehicle is, or sorry, the two of you are like neck and neck with the white vehicle, but both 3D and the bozos are about 40 yards away.
And which one did Okami rocket?
Okami rocketed the bozos.
Was the bozos, but okay, I won't be able to follow up on that. All right, but we've done some damage to the unmarked white car. So
very little, yes. You scratched its bumper.
You don't need to say that.
I mean,
we're doing our best.
A question was asked.
Question was
Crash
asked.
specifically
Answer
scratched
provided.
its bumper.
Has Harpy not crunched into any vehicles yet? With the
I haven't gotten close enough. I'm finally close enough, so next turn I'll be able to start crunching.
Okay. All right. Well, I will shoot at them anyway. So the whole deal with auto fire is that it's very hard to roll and do it.
Yeah, essentially yes, but right now, because you are like neck and neck with that vehicle, you're in the 0 to 6 range on the auto fire.
That's still a 20 plus on the dice, so I'm just going to go ahead and move.
So
regular
remember, that is going to be your reflex plus your auto fire skill. How that works out.
I don't think I actually have auto fire. Let me double check. No, I have 0 in auto fire.
Yeah, so I would not suggest trying to use auto fire until you get some training in it.
It's going to be just the SMG shots at it.
Yep, so that'll still be a target number of 15.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Attack. 18 to hit.
18. More than enough to hit. You can go ahead and roll your 2d6 for damage.
7. Hey-oh.
Hey.
This dice has other sides than 1.
It's one with a little thing on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you managed to basically rake a burst of rounds along the back and punch out the tail light, and doing a little bit more of the superficial damage. That leads us to Blitz.
Which side are we coming up on? Like, is it?
So you'd be on the driver's side of the white car.
Okay, so it's like beside me, technically.
Yes. Yeah. So, and actually, to that end, I would just want to make sure. I know Blitz is in shotgun. Crash, are you on the same side as Blitz and Okami's up top?
I was in woods.
You were what?
That's right.
I was in woods. Behind the driver.
Behind the driver. So yeah, I'd be. I'm Cobain then.
Okay. Yeah.
No one knows what you're talking about. But,
Or Courtney Love. We don't know. We don't know who the hell it is. Someone was behind the shotgun, so that's where I am.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So you're on the right side, Okami. Blitz, go ahead. Just
Okay,
gonna glaze
so-
past that.
I want to try and do something silly.
Yep.
Blitz, keeping in mind Blitz has a body of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to roll down the window and then just wait for the right moment to try and punch through their window and grab the driver?
Amazing.
I don't think I'll have enough to like pull him out and stuff, but I just want to try and reach through and just grab the driver at the right moment. if I can do
Yeah,
that.
you can absolutely do that. So the trick with that is that I will consider that an aimed attack.
Cool.
So it would be a -8 for aiming,
Yep.
but you can add some luck to it and give it a shot.
You know what? I'm gonna add some luck and give it a try. I'm just
Okay.
gonna give it a shot. Let's put.
good old college try.
You know, I'm gonna put 2 luck in there.
Okay.
And that would be just sort of like a brawling.
So that is going to be, yeah, it's just going to be a brawling against. Actually, I think we're just going to have it as a. I think we'll do an opposed reflex check. Or sorry, I'll do it as though you're making a melee check. So go ahead.
Okay. So sorry, that is brawling, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh, there's an aimed attack button here. Let's give that a try. Okay. That's a 19.
Okay. Yeah.
Buzzword.
So you just wait for that keen moment, and you're just in the zone. And yep, you manage to connect with the window. Go ahead and roll your brawl damage for me, please.
Good. Okay.
Roll
Nothing
a few
crazy.
sixes for me, please.
Yeah, no. And 6s aren't in my vocabulary. That's a 12.
12. Okay.
Pretty good.
So you punch the window full force rather, and you're shocked when it doesn't immediately give way. But there is some like splintering and cracking underneath your heavy knuckles, and it occurs to you that this is reinforced bulletproof windows.
I thought it might be.
Yeah, but now that window is taking some damage, so that window could be attacked a little bit more.
There we
So-
go.
Yeah. I will point out that brawling does give you an additional attack.
Ooh.
Oh, did the
Can I try that
glass
again?
splinter at all? Do we see any action going on there?
Yeah, it is sort of like chipped, but there's like a little bit of spidering.
Okay.
The beginnings of a broken window.
Get in the corner with your key.
Yeah, put a key in between your knuckle and then punch the window.
I just look back. I'm like, oh, okay. And then the big knucks just kind of slide across my hand.
Nice.
It's like,
Yeah.
That works too.
You get that sound that we're all familiar with?
it's snicked. So that's. I don't think I'm gonna put. You know, I'm gonna put my No, I'm gonna keep my last luck. And I'm gonna try that again.
Okay.
Not as good this time. It's a 10.
10. Yeah, the vehicle just pushes on the gas and veers away a little bit. And you almost sort of like overswing, but you manage to catch yourself and you're moving all right.
I saw that going differently.
Me too.
In the background, there's more gunfire radiating out between Kai and, between 3D's car and the bozos. But just exchange of gunfire. You can't really hear much that's going on. But Okami, you have your action.
I yell over to Crash and let's try and break the windows for that white car. We can
Okay.
throw
Do
in
you see
road
me?
flare. No, I mean keep trying.
Keep trying. All right.
Okay. Thumbs up.
We can throw shit in the car.
Rockets.
Yeah.
Break
Or pull them
glass.
out.
Yeah. And this whole time I'm reloading the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So as this exchange is continuing, you guys in the white car going back and forth, you're coming up to the on ramp that is only one lane. So, Harpy, I'm going to have you make a drive land vehicle check for me, please, to try and squeeze in there.
Roger. 26.
26? Okay. So you squeeze in, and just as you move in, you actually bump the front end of the white car with your with the rear end of the angler, and actually push it into the concrete median, and it spins out entirely and stops. It also takes some damage for having come into contact with the barrier median. Words are hard.
Yes.
But
I helped.
that drops it into a very poor position as both 3D and the Bozos clear through in good order. The Bozos actually managing to get ahead of 3D, and 3D falling into third, with the white car falling somewhere into sixth, as the Tiger Claws now take up fourth place, and the 6th Street taking up fifth. Okay. As you are up onto the highway, we've got another couple rounds here, as the holographic indicator indicates that you are going to be on here for roughly a whole kilometer, which is about 18 seconds, actually. But it's 1 a.m. on a Thursday night, and plenty of people are heading out towards clubs like Afterlife and Tote and Tans. So the highway is fairly full.
Oh, no.
So you are currently driving with traffic, but at a much higher rate of speed than everybody else. Harpy, can I have you make a DV17 to squeeze through as you see a space in
31.
between? Yes. Okay. And with that, I'm actually going to give you a pass on the following test as well, because it doesn't get much better than that. That is beyond legendary skills, as you just sort of fisheye through.
Yeah,
and
she just locks in. She knows the Bozos are right behind her, and just fully turns
you
around.
are threading the needle.
Hands in. There you go.
Yeah. As a famous bald guy once said, family.
Family.
The Bozos make it through. However, 3D barely manages to avoid a vehicle and actually sideswipes them, very nearly spinning out in the process, but taking a good deal of damage to his vehicle, as you see the passenger side mirror just go spinning off into the distance. And we'll have, that is everybody else having their actions now, so that'll be Crash. You've got an opportunity to act here.
I didn't get. Did I get to act, or was that my action there too?
In this instance, because you're concentrating on the drive test, yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Is you said the Bozos got closer?
Yes, they are in second.
How close?
They are between 13 and 25.
Can maybe do that.
You two hit clowns.
And the white car fell back to 6, so
Yeah.
no point even shooting at those windows.
Yeah. Every reason to hit the clowns now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll just shoot at the clowns.
Yep.
That
Okay.
feels good to me. I will even throw some luck at this bad boy. 2 luck.
2 luck. Okay, go ahead. And you're firing with the SMG, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, yep.
Do you add those to your roll when you use luck?
Yes, you have to add them to your final total, because the
21. 21 then.
21. Okay, yeah, more than enough to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Once again, 2
Big damage.
d6.
Oh.
Big damage.
8.
8? Hey, okay, on 2d6, that's above average. Pat yourself on the back.
Not too bad.
You can see smoke beginning to erupt from the engine block of the bug, and just starting to obscure the driver's side or the windshield. And you can see now that Happy is like leaning out, and his big flappy clown lips are just like in the breeze as he's driving.
Slowly in bullet time, moving my gun towards his face till my next turn starts.
That leads us to Blitz.
All right. Seeing this, I'm gonna
Kill the clowns!
Yeah, I'm gonna pop out. I mean, I don't roll that well, but I'm gonna try this anyways. I'm gonna pop out a little bit further than Crash, just seeing what he's done, and as Flappy sticks his face out, I'm gonna try and called shot. Gonna try and hit him in his dumb Flappy face.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So if you are aiming at him, and you're aiming at his head, is that correct?
I guess that's the only thing out. So unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
Unless I can aim at something that's like a little more likely to hit, but.
Yeah, so he's basically like half his upper torso is out. Like think Ace Ventura when he's driving.
Perfect.
Right?
Excellent, excellent.
So just your regular range roll, but -8 for your aim shot.
Right. Okay. Aim shot.
This is again with the assault rifle, correct?
This is with the assault rifle.
Yeah. So effectively, your target number is 23.
Right. Nerds. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
With the -8.
Yeah, with the -8. If you catch what I mean.
I see. Yeah, yeah. So the way that this calculates it has the aim shot already cut out of it.
Oh yes, yeah. There is the aim shot button. Yep.
Yeah. I will say that. Okay, that's not a 7. Okay, it says 17, but it's saying that with the smart gun link, but I don't have that because I don't have the smart bullets, so it's a 16.
Which is enough.
Ooh.
Yes. Go ahead and roll your 5d6 damage.
All 6s, baby. Get rid of that clown.
You have so many chances to roll 6.
I got 2 6s.
Yeah.
3 6s.
Nice.
3 6s.
3 6s.
Okay.
You got 3 6s. Okay,
Finally got
that
3 6s.
is a card, guys. It's our very first card as we do this whole thing. Let me just get that up. Bear with me one quick moment, guys. I'm so sorry.
It is one of the smart bullets, though.
SMRT bullets.
The SMRT bullets?
Visual, yeah, just camera, you just see it.
Yeah, you see it.
So
S
what was your
M
total
R T.
damage, please?
Total damage was 24.
24. Okay. Let us check and see what kind of health Mr. Happy has. Okay, that's good to know. Okay. So what happens here, folks, is when anybody rolls 3 6s on damage, in addition to the additional 5 damage that would happen from a critical effect, we pull a tarot card. Pulling the first tarot card from the deck. Of course, we're not going to be able to see it. We pull the Judgment card.
To keep your eyes in frame. You need eyes as well.
There we go. So, Judgment says that thou hast been judged, I suppose. Judgment is a painful awakening you might not walk away from. In addition to the 5+ damage, we'll bring it up to 29 damage.
Oh my God.
You actually blow off his hand that is like hanging outside of the car. So he's kind of leaning like this. You completely blow off his one hand and shattering the window or the windshield frame of the Beetle, and the entire roof kind of like crumples in. And you can see that his other hand is damaged as well, or ostensibly so. This causes the vehicle to just like jackknife and endo, and the vehicle goes flying.
Nice.
Normally, this would cause the forceful ejection of most people inside the vehicle, but given the fact that they are just so packed in there like sardines, they roll as a single unit and all of them are going to take 6d6 additional damage as the vehicle flips over.
What's the past tense of a dozen clowns?
So
in that car.
I will say that you are very sure that most of them are not going to be walking away from it, especially as the vehicle comes to a rest. Two other civilian vehicles that weren't involved in the race don't react properly in time, and 2 more vehicles crash into the bozos, and the entire thing goes up in a massive conflagration.
See, that was what I was expecting.
Yeah. No, okay. It looks like
Not
pants coming
last.
in. Yeah.
And not last.
So, to push that up, now your standing is essentially the Angler. 3D runs up into second. The Tiger Claws pull up into third. 6th Street is bringing up fourth. And in the far distance, you see that the white car is picking up fifth place and is closing the distance fast. You manage to clear through the rest of the vehicle wreckage very quickly. Slappy can just be crossed off. But as 3D begins to close the distance, you can, Okami, from your position, you can see Kai leaning out of the vehicle. He watches the wreck as he goes by, and he just sort of locks eyes with you for a moment. Can you make a human perception roll for me?
Probably not successfully, but sure.
Okami knows machines, not people.
13.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah, he's looking at you.
Damn it.
Yep. And he lifts his rifle and begins to fire directly at you, Okami. But he's roughly, he's still about 50 yards away and closing. Let's see what happens.
What's he shooting me with?
An assault rifle.
Okay.
He hasn't seen the rocket launcher yet, so.
And he does manage to tag you, just barely.
How does dodging bullets work?
So in the vehicle, unfortunately, not able to do so.
Okay.
You know what? Because of the fact that you are in the cupola up top, I will give you the opportunity to drop down as you see that happening. So roll your reflex and evasion, please.
So just the evasion?
Yeah. So it'd be your your dex plus your evasion plus d10.
Okay.
That's versus my my score.
18.
18. You see him bringing the weapon to bear and just down and into the cupola, and you can hear the bullets ring off the top of the Angler with no real damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
How
have an
far away
opportunity to
did you say he
act.
was?
He was about 50 plus meters back. Yards. I know you said something, but I didn't hear it.
Yeah, your mic cut out.
Closest car?
The closest car is 3D, yeah, and he's about 50 yards back.
Okay. How close are the other cars to 3D?
I would say that the Tiger Claws are probably... so if 3D is about 50 yards back, the Tiger Claws are in the same bracket, but further back, somewhere around 70 yards back, with 6th Street and the white car both over 100.
Okay, I just meant in relation to 3D. That's fine. About 20 yards away. Yeah, I'll grab my assault rifle and fire back at them.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, as you sort of come back up the cupola, you can make your ranged attack. It would be a target number 15.
No, that's an 18.
18. That is now you are firing at the vehicle and not at anybody specifically, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
that is enough to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. Okay.
Wow, that's low.
That is
Holy.
very low on 5d6.
Ah,
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Possible 30. Roll the 10.
Yep.
All right.
Doing well. Yeah, and you can see that the damage is mounting on 3D's vehicle. It's got one of his headlights is shut out, and you can see that the front quarter panel on Kai's side is beginning to flap and flail in the wind.
I will let you know I do still have armor-piercing ammo in the assault rifle as well. So 2
Good to know.
blades.
Okay. Yep. Now you all, that is the correct rounds. So you blaze through the oncoming traffic, just essentially like sealing your lead right now, Harpy and the rest of you. You're coming down off the overpass now and rolling down into Pacifica proper. In the very close distance, you can see the Pacifica Playground, a very active and popular nightlife spot here in Pacifica. You can see the big, well-lit Ferris wheel, the drop zone style like tower rides, and several of the roller coasters all going on in the distance. If it wasn't for the sound of the angler revving at top speed, you could probably hear people screaming and enjoying themselves in the meantime. We have another round, so we'll get you to have your action, Harpy.
Here's the thing. You guys really think the bozos did it? Harpy is still very sure that 3D was the cause of her losing the last match. We're 50 yards ahead. I don't care. I'm going to slow down. And I'm going to smash their vehicle, the Morningstar.
Brickley.
I'm going to kill 3D if it's the last goddamn fucking thing I do.
Okay. So if you want to perform a maneuver like that, then are you looking to like match speed, or are you looking to try and like have them run into you? Like, what is the intention?
I want to slow down, be side to side, and then take the Morningstar that is the angler part of the anglerfish and smash it into the front windshield.
Okay. Make a drive land vehicle check for me, please.
26.
Yeah, so you're watching the rear view mirror and lining up as 3D thinks that he's like gaining the upper hand and gaining speed. And right as you match speed with him, I will have you make a how did we rule that? I think we just said a heavy melee weapon.
Heavy melee, yeah. It's just an attack, I presume, right?
Yep, that's correct. And it'll be against his reflex.
That is a lot. That's a 24. It's a crit.
Dang.
24. Okay. Well, it seems like
I rolled as well, almost as well as you can roll in this particular instance.
So here's the fun thing, is that he also critted, but matched, which means that the attacker wins. You got the exact same score as you. Yeah. So go ahead and roll your heavy melee damage for me, please. 3d6.
This is everything I ever hoped. That's 18 damage.
That's 3 6s.
Wow.
You get 2. So here's the thing. Only 1 tarot can be drawn per session, but I want it known that you could have drawn a tarot, so that's very cool. You do roll an additional, or you get an additional 5 points of damage, as well as roll an additional d6 for damage, please.
Sure. Is there a place? I'll just roll a d6. I'm gonna take a picture.
All right. So out of a possible 18 damage, you got 29.
I told you. I really think they did it.
So you essentially using the momentum. What you do is you like sort of speed up to get the ball sort of rolling forward. You tap the brake and it swings out, and you steer and you slam it to the side like a big giant flail, and it slams down directly over the hood of 3D's vehicle. And again, another endo as the vehicle just tips over and over and over.
You just hear like a hoarse battle cry from Harpy. You guys aren't in the car as far as she's concerned. She's just...
So they are going to suffer slam damage. as they essentially are coming to a stop. Okay, they are all both very critically injured, having taken that amount of damage, and you know that they are absolutely going to be suffering what we would call whiplash.
A bad time.
So whiplash, for the players at home, means that your base death penalty save, or death save penalty, is increased by 1. So in order to survive when you're at critical injury, you have to roll under your body. So if you've got a body of 6, you got to roll under a 6. With whiplash, it means they've got to roll under a 5. Oh, just something to keep in mind.
My heart breaks for them.
That being said, the places change again as the Tiger Claws begin to speed up and take over the space that was occupied by 3D. 6th Street in 4th, 3rd rather, the car in 4th, and in 5th, you see the Maelstrom heavy truck beginning to gain. You move past the Pacifica Playground, and as you do so, can I have all of you please make a perception check?
$13.
14.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Okay.
I think I win 2.
2. Yes. Okay.
Both perception.
Yeah. So you all notice that there are some flashing lights in the background that don't appear to match what you would expect from the playground, like from the theme park. Blue and red, blue and red, blue and red. Seems like the cops are after you.
Shiny lights.
Shining lights, and they are picking up. They are currently behind the Maelstrom vehicle, but the shining lights are starting to come after you. That would leave us going to Crash for his action.
I think it's time. I gotta hit up the fans, the network, see if anyone's got anything planned.
And actually,
us out.
At that moment, your agent goes off, ringing through with a call.
Pick it up.
Like, and you hear it's like, "Hey, Crash, yo!" And it's the Anderson twins. They've both called you on the same line. They're like, "Hey, man, we see your car. We're down here. We're waiting. We're at the next overpass. We got a little something ready for you. Don't worry."
Okay. So we just get past the interpass.
That's it. We'll take care of the rest.
Okay. Harpy, interpass. Go. Now, is that my action, or can I shoot at these people to help convince Harpy?
That's all just talking.
Yeah. And we were still crashing into that car. They did the slam and the flip.
Oh yeah, they're behind you now, roughly.
Are they real far? Or?
Yeah, they're probably about 30 yards behind you now at this point, as you're continuing
That's
to
the
pass
closest
them.
vehicle? Is the 30-yard one? Or is that
The
3D vehicle?
Sorry, the 3D's vehicle is about 30 yards away, and the Tiger Claws are in roughly the same range bracket.
Okay, so I probably won't be able to shoot anyone, but I'll just take some warning shots.
Hot shots.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So I got to hit like over a 20. No big deal. Let's throw a luck on this. Here we go. Now. 15.
Yeah, the shot sort of like ring off the asphalt and off into the night. Moving on to Blitz.
All right, yeah. Could we tell how many police cars there were? Or police
Make a
vehicles
perception
at the
check for me, please, as you crane your head around to take a look.
All right. Nope. 11.
11. It seems that it's just a bank of red and blue lights coming up behind you.
I don't know why I'm wearing sunglasses at nighttime.
Helps focus.
Does it?
Yeah.
Could I believe you said the tiger.
The tiger claws, yes, and their
Tiger
bike.
claws were the next closest, right? And you said around 30.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna try and shoot at the bike.
Okay, go ahead. I'm assuming your assault rifle as well.
Yes, correct. So I believe that's a 13 to hit that, if I'm correct.
That would be correct.
Heck. Oh, right. Not smart gun. 22 to hit.
22. That is enough to hit. Roll your
Nice.
5d6.
Barrel. Was. No, there's no sixes in there. That's a 21.
21. Yeah, you rake fire across the vehicle and almost like barely missing the two riders. You kind of like shoot right in the middle and you see them both splay to the side and the bike begins to immediately smoke.
I think he's like, wow, I didn't hit either of them.
Kind of looks like it.
It's a bike. I mean,
Oh boy. And that,
more impressive.
like,
that brings us to Okami.
Wait, the closest people are in the sidecar?
Oof.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
talking to everybody.
Yeah. Rocket time.
they were super fast though.
Oh.
Yeah, I will definitely shoot at them with a rocket launcher.
Oh boy. Okay. Yep. Go ahead. That is
So,
going to be a
Is
15.
there anybody within 10 yards of them?
Yeah. The 6th Street guys are real close to them, and the white car is just like a little further back, but not within the 10 yards.
Because I'm assuming the rocket launcher has explosive.
Yeah, I would treat it as a grenade, and yeah, everybody would take damage in that.
Okay, I'll just use the last of my luck, so it'd be
Great. Okay.
16.
That's enough. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yay, big boomies.
All right.
2 6s.
Oh boy.
29.
29. Okay.
Whoa.
Hey, guys, I think I'm gonna have to make things harder on you.
No, that's okay.
It's kinda what that's
This is
doing,
working out just right. We're getting the street cleaners to do their job in the morning.
Yeah. We're helping the overall function of Night City right
Yeah.
That's true. Sorry, what was the total damage again?
now.
29. With critical injury inflicted.
Yep. Okay. So.
Those guys on the motorbike are really protected, right?
Yeah,
Well,
roll
they just got
2d6 for
samurai
damage.
armor on.
They're wearing samurai armor as
Yeah.
well. So.
What'd you say, Ray?
Roll 2d6 for your critical injury.
Okay, I'll just do it on John.
Isn't there a...
There's a XD6 on the combat thing up there.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
just hard
it's
to. It's not like super.
5?
Yeah.
5. Okay. Yep. Okay, that tracks. Yeah. Basically, you see them get launched up into the air off their bikes, and just for a brief moment, the tiger claws can fly,
Nice.
Oh my
but they
God.
are more like Buzz Lightyear, and they hit the pavement and roll. It's bad. The 6th Street vehicle additionally also takes that damage, but due to the closed-in and armored nature of the Humvee, they are still more intact.
But the 2 ablating.
But the 2 ablating, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
We're the good guys, right?
Not today. Not today, Blitz.
There's shades of gray.
Okay. Okay.
And you're following the bay, and it begins to wrap around and come back following the contours, and it begins to immediately lead under the overpass that you had previously been on as it wraps back, and you're blazing through Pacifica down through into Rancho Coronado now, and Crash, you see up ahead 2 little heads just barely appearing over the overpass, and within about 5 seconds, just as you you're going underneath, you see them leaning over with cinder blocks in either hand.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Right. So there's 4 cinder blocks. And as you drive past, I'll have all of you make perception checks for me, please.
Okay.
I do want to confirm that 3D's vehicle is not functioning. And is
Not
back
functioning.
There. Okay, good.
Ooh, I think I got a crit.
Yeah, me too.
It's a star.
You
So
do that?
24. Apparently, if I'm looking at stuff and nothing else.
So you basically turn around in the back of the seat, looking out the rear view mirror, and you see 2 cinder blocks just drop through the windshield of the 6th Street Humvee, straight through. The vehicle, woof, and goes over and crashes into the median underneath. And then the other Anderson boy tries to drop one on the white car as it blasts through, but it manages to avoid. As you are continuing on, you see one more cinder block drop down as the red and blue lights hit. And the car, poof, boom, 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 boom. But 2 of them crash, and 1 continues after you. So right now, the placement of the race looks like the Angler, the white car pulling up in 2nd, Maelstrom in 3rd, the
police in 4th.
The police in 4th, essentially. Yep. But then
in there?
in 4th place, coming up behind you guys, is the Zarafa corporate car.
Oh my god! Right.
Yeah. But you are coming very, very close to the end of the race now, as you've weaved and dodged through downtown Rancho Coronado. You've got a big banking turn coming up that's filled with loose gravel, Harpy, as you sort of blast your way, trying to drift through the tail end of this neighborhood on your way back towards the Zarafa parking lot. Can I have you make a drive land vehicle check for me, please?
Keep getting 9s. 26.
26. Like an absolute champion, you blaze through that with the white car making it no problem. Maelstrom falling in behind and not having any success, as the police actually swarm the vehicle and crash right into the tail end, performing a pit maneuver on the Maelstrom vehicle. It is out of the race, and you hear the echoes of gunfire continuing on. Now coming up to the final leg of the race here, the placement looks like the Angler, the white car, the Zarafa Tech, and finally, I think we have, I just want to confirm, we have the Steel Vaqueros taking up 4th place. As we are coming up to the final bit, you have about 2 rounds to try and keep your placement. So these will be a series of opposed drive checks to try and keep your place as you blow into the parking lot here. So go ahead, Harpy.
Can we punch the NOS?
I'm going to need some locks. We don't have NOS. That's an actual thing that we
Yeah, it's an actual
We
thing.
gotta do that. What are we doing? Come on.
Next time we level up, that's what I'm getting. Don't worry. I am going to use some luck.
Yeah, okay.
I'll use 2 luck. The vehicle. There it is. That is a 23. Didn't roll great, but I'll use
23, okay. Okay. So a lot of things are happening as you come up towards the end here. So the white car just seems to slam it down into 5th gear and begins to pull in front of you, just edging in front of you.
No.
The Zarafa car hits the NOS, whoom, and pulls ahead of both of you. The Steel Vaquero struggling to keep up as you're coming up. You've got less than 6 seconds before you hit the hit the finish line. You can actually see the combis and the tractor trailers now lined up at the finish line, flashing white and green lights indicating the end of the race. I'll have you make one more check, please.
I'm going to use my last 2 luck.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll just be shooting backwards. I'm sure
Yes,
that will
absolutely. I will give you guys an
Momentum.
opportunity to act in this.
With my luck, that's a 29.
Okay. So as you're pulling ahead,
No,
we will
28,
get to the
sorry, 28. Sorry.
28. That's okay. As we acknowledge that crash, I will have you take your action.
Or I don't know if anything's even close, but if anyone
All of
dares,
you are within about like 7 to 12 yards of each other right now. It's completely neck and neck as you're on this final straightaway.
whoever's closest to us, I'm shooting.
Yeah, in this instance, it would be the white car.
Okay, maybe I'll even like aim at the tires.
Sure. Yeah, that an aim shot would be a -8.
I'm using
But
4
if
luck.
you get it through, it is going to be double damage.
Okay. 16?
And did you hit the aim shot button?
Yeah, it has
Yeah,
-8.
okay, excellent. Yeah, so that is a success.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll your damage, please.
What do you do? Is there like an oh, there's aim shot damage or just regular damage?
Yeah, go aim shot damage, because that.
Oh,
that
no, that's auto fire. Sorry.
Oh, so just go regular damage, and I'll double it manually.
There's those 1 again. But 4 total.
4, so that would be an 8 damage. And yeah, you
right.
definitely like
Pretty cool.
hit the tire, and you can see the sort of like steel bindings on the tire begin to like spin as the tire sort of begins to like come unwound. So that's pretty cool. Blitz.
Could I fire at the car that just whipped past us with the NOS?
Yes, the Zarafa.
Zarafa.
Yep,
Just
go ahead.
I have a question for Okabe's sake. When I rolled land vehicles the first time, would that be considered 1 round if hypothetically, I don't know, Okami wanted to reload his rocket launcher?
Yes.
Just in case.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Asking for a friend.
I'm gonna try and do the same thing that Crash did, but to the other car. I'm gonna spend my last luck. Oop, my last luck. Aim shot on the tire. Ugh, no. That is a 13.
A 13. Yeah, unfortunately not enough. That would actually bring us over to an initiative is going to be the Zarafa tech. So as you are aiming, like leaning out of the vehicle and aiming, you see a very large man like sort of slide out of the passenger side and take aim at you with his assault rifle.
Shoot. Okay.
Like aiming at Blitz specifically?
Yeah, at the people?
Yes,
Okay.
at Blitz specifically. And again, another pothole just in the nick of time, and the spray of ammo goes up into the air, and you are safe for the time being. Okami, you have the opportunity to act.
Okay, so you say I have had the time to reload it if I want
You
to.
have had it time to reload. I will remind you that everybody is like less than 10 yards away.
Okay.
And that a incendiary device or an explosive device is a 25-yard radius.
Yeah, okay.
Full explosion between friends.
Yeah.
Batten down the hatches.
Batten down the hatches.
And,
All right.
Yeah, I pop out through the hole on the top.
You got a rocket launcher. There's no reason not to use it.
That's fair.
We've all played enough
So-
rockets on Halo to understand what's about to happen.
So I will shoot at the lead car then. So you said they're 7 to 12?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll take a shot at them. I
Okay.
have no more luck to spend. So,
Okay.
doing it raw.
Do it.
That's a 15.
That, the miss. So,
But yeah, like it's up to Ray where it hits because it's still an explosive.
that is correct. Yeah.
Cool.
So
Cool.
essentially, what's happening is you're aiming in front, and as you're taking the shot, the angler hits that exact same pothole that the Zarafa tech vehicle had hit. You bounce and you fire right down, right over the front of the angler.
That's worst case scenario.
Yeah. We're gonna
Are
see.
we
what
rocket
happens.
jumping?
Fire to the sky.
You want me to roll damage?
No, I'm gonna roll damage in this case.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. I choose where it goes. You can roll damage because
Okay.
you usually get some good rolls.
All right. Well, I'm about to subtract some health.
Oh, okay.
We're rocket
Um,
jumping.
Oh, how many sixes did you roll?
3.
What?
I rolled
Come on.
30.
Jardine.
Oh my
Roll
God.
30 points of
Minus
damage.
12 because of armor.
Mm-hmm.
So only
Armor is
17
reduced
points.
by another 2 points because of the ablation.
Yeah, I remember. So 17
Okay.
points of damage.
Yeah.
I will say the other cars still get hit.
Yes. So the
Big alien,
Zarafa car will get hit, and the let's see here, the white car has an opportunity to evade because it was just. Actually, no, it doesn't. So it's gonna get hit there. Okay. And then that is about enough. So, watch where you're driving. As we come into the final
But we
snapshot,
shot for the vehicle.
Harpy, you have that happen, and almost like out of just like fear and anger, you just hit that shift down into 5th gear. You hear the angler's engine just roaring like hellfire. The tires gripping the pavement, and you blast ahead, matching pace with the Zarafa Corpo car. The white car is right behind, and all of you are almost in like an accordion line as the Steel Vaqueros bring it up. And just as you're coming up on the finish line, the Zarafa car begins to edge forward, and you give it a little nudge, and you cross the finish line. One, two, three, four. Harpy and the angler in 1st place. Zarafa corporate car in 2nd.
Let's go.
The white car in 3rd, with the Steel Vaqueros taking up 4th place.
Fuck you, 3D.
Shooting into the sky.
Wait, the
That
police are
ending.
still coming.
Middle fingers at them.
Jesus.
And yeah, so you hear Shift over the radio. Immediately, she's like, "Congratulations to the winners, the Burnout crew. You are the winners of 5250. That's going to be wired to you now, and you can Harpy's account is increased by 5250 because she was the driver." And she goes, 2nd place, Zarafa, Benjamin Tallarico with 1500 or 1500, and the unknown white car, I guess, gets 750. Folks, it's been a lot of fun, but I saw the cops on the way. Everybody spool on up, get the hell out of here, and pay attention for details. And you just see all of the Nomad vehicles just whoop, and just start to like spool up the engines and get out of there as fast as possible.
Just and not to take too much time, but does Tallarico ping anything in anybody's mind? In my mind, like, could I do like a local expert or something?
Yeah, go
I don't
ahead.
know if
Local
we're
expert's fine, actually.
14.
14. You basically haven't heard of a Tallarico specifically, but the idea of a Zarafa Corp in this race is a point of interest and seems unusual to you. Cool. And she goes, "All right, folks, pay attention for details for the coming race, but get the hell out of here. I don't want to be caught with you." And you guys are
Disappear into the night.
victorious.
As
As you-
to the night towards home.
Harpy, send Blitz money so he knows what it looks like.
Fuck no.
I just put on a stipend now.
No. I'm not sure if I'm ready to send him money because he's just immediately gonna blow it on a 3rd arm or something.
Is it blowing it if it's useful
Yes.
stuff?
Yes. You almost dropped a 500 Eddie's weapon.
But I didn't because of my, I was going to say Zorovsky. That's not the right term.
He's got to
Yeah,
pay
your
me to make
Swarovski
smart
crystals.
bullets. I'm not doing that for free.
Kerensakov.
So as you guys are successfully and victoriously heading back towards home, ostensibly to rest, recover, and conduct some repairs on the Angler, Harpy, you turn on the radio just, to get some music on, just to, really amp up that celebratory mood. And as a familiar song from the Disciples of Night City begins to play over the radio, you hear the song end, and it says, Night City N54 News. Earlier today, the northern sector of the combat zone was thrust into chaos as tensions between the Iron Sights and the Red Chrome Legion exploded into a full-scale conflict. Bullets flew and rippers sliced as these two violent gangs released months of pent-up hostility on each other and any unfortunate Night City resident that wandered into their bloody feud. NCPD officers are already on the scene attempting to quell this senseless violence, but the sighting of multiple full-body conversions in the fray has necessitated the involvement of C-SWAT. No doubt this conflict will boil over beyond the combat zone as it escalates. This is Jericho Hunt for N54 News.
That sounds bad.
Not great.
Oh, let's hurry home.
This is a happy day.
It's a happy day.
And
Those
it's
clowns.
If our building gets shut up when we get home, it's slightly less happy. But yes, Breedy's dead. We're happy.
And at least half a dozen clans.
I'm still sure there was 30 of them in there.
All right. And with that, as the burnouts find their way home, victorious, bloody, and violent, I think that's where we're going to end it tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in to Bleed for Speed, a Cyberpunk story. We are the casual ones. We stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Tune in on... Today's Thursday, so tune in on Saturday for the Casual Ones morning show at 10 a.m. and come back again on Tuesday for Snowcatch Valley, the Summer of 99, run by our very own Crash, Aaron Roberts. If you like spooky mystery, come check it out. It's very Twin Peaks, very X-Files. It's a lot of fun. But with that, guys, thank you very much, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Number one.
Yeah.
That's that's not too bad.